something really satisfying about looking into a red hot furnace. And in issue 85 of the magazine, I describe how at the men's shed, the Horsmore men's shed, we built this little forge. We made it out of lightweight insulating fire bricks. The maximum temperature that we got it up to was 1300 degrees. Just a few features on it. There are doors at both ends of the forge. That way you can put long material through it. And the doors are adjustable for height. When you run the forge, you need to have a little bit of a gap to allow the burner to breathe. We've found that it operates quite well with around about a 30mm gap in the door. There is a sliding work rest. That's just held in pipe in the bottom, and it's just held there by friction. In the article I give full instructions on how to make all the burner parts, but just when you come to assemble it, found that if you have the MIG welding tip at approximately this level, it seems to work quite well. It can be set further up or further down, but just by adjusting it, you'll be able to tell by the roar just how well the burner is operating. So tighten that top one up, and the choke can slide up and down, as you can see there. The forge body is made out of 30 by 3 angle, and the top lid is removable. Just by undoing these 4 bolts, you can take everything apart if you ever wanted to replace the bricks. Starting the forge for the first time is pretty straightforward. Drop your choke down so there's just a small gap for starting up initially. Now that flame is going reasonably well, but there is a lot of yellow in it, so it's really not burning to a neutral flame that we want. So by adjusting the ear, you'll hear the increase in roar, and when you have a look in, it's a nice bright blue flame. I'll just bring the camera over so you can see it. So this is real time. Within just minutes, the interior of the forge is glowing red. And within 5-10 minutes, it will be up around about the 1300 degrees. So it heats up very, very quickly. It's the beauty of these lightweight bricks. Once it's up to temperature, you can turn the gas right down and it'll just idle away there beautifully. When my wife and I visited Japan a few years ago, we dropped in to see a traditional knife maker, and I was really surprised to see that he was running his forge using used engine oil. He was getting temperatures in excess of 1100 degrees centigrade, and his burner was a very simple burner, just a venturi arrangement that atomized the oil and put it into the forge. Here's a little video that I took at the time which shows how it operates. So after I'd seen that, I thought I've just got to try that when I get back to New Zealand. And I put one together using MIG tips. So this is the little used engine oil burner that I made based on the one that I saw in Japan. You have a bottom pipe here with a MIG tip, and that bottom pipe is connected by a hose down into your oil container. The top one is connected to your air line, and when the air comes through over the top of this nozzle, it will draw the oil out and spray it into the furnace. To adjust the amount of oil, we simply move that pipe up and down, which moves the tip, and that's done by this adjustment screw here. To get a nice oil spray, it's quite important to get the alignment of your nozzles right, and so the way I've done this is to mount the bottom oil line on a little piece of box, and that has been split so that when we tighten up the screw, it will clamp up the bottom pipe. This means that we can rotate the pipe, and we can also move it in or out. The burner is mounted on this little bit of 15mm or half-inch water pipe, and is just tightened up by the screw here. With the gas burner running, you can get the inlet to the furnace nice and hot, at least red hot, and then you can turn the air supply on and begin to inject your oil. Once you've got a really nice clean smoke-free burn, you can turn your LPG off. Now, it ran very well, but to be quite honest, if I had a choice between using LPG and used engine oil, I would always use LPG. LPG is so clean, easy to light, no mess, no fuss. But the used engine oil burner does work very, very well. Here is a video that I took. I used the used engine oil burner to heat a melt for bronze.
Wow. Woo.
Wow. That was good.
Oh.
I found that running the burner, it ran much better if there was a mixture of diesel and used engine oil. There's quite a variation in used engine oil, the viscosity, what it's been used for. New oil doesn't work very well at all. It seems to need that black carbon gunk in it. But I found that if we put a litre of diesel with it, it goes very well. So 1 litre to 4 litres of used engine oil works very well. Hope you enjoy building one.